AEW President Tony Khan takes a shot at WWE's recent releases. In a shocking turn of events, AEW President Tony Khan has taken aim at WWE's recent layoffs. Just days after Endeavor took over WWE, the promotion announced the unexpected releases of several superstars, including Mustafa Ali, Rick Boogs, Elias, Riddick Moss, Emma, Dana Brooke, Dolph Ziggler, and Shelton Benjamin, leaving fans and fellow wrestlers in disbelief. During a media call ahead of Wrestle Dream, Tony Khan didn't hold back as he took a direct swipe at WWE's recent layoffs and referred to his promotion as family business. Tony Khan gave an update on AEW star Adam Cole's injury. Adam Cole got injured last week on AEW Dynamite when he jumped off the ramp. He was visibly limping on his leg and was taken to the hospital to be evaluated after the show. This made fans wonder if his and MJF's tag team match was in jeopardy. During the aforementioned media call, Tony Khan was asked about Cole's injury and his status for Wrestle Dream. He noted, "A few days removed from a historic All-In event in London, England, AEW now looks forward to their second consecutive pay-per-view in as many weeks when the promotion hosts All Out in Chicago. The quick turnaround period and unforeseen incident between CM Punk and Jack Perry has left something to be desired when it comes to the upcoming show's build and rather thrown-together card." However, Tony Khan might have some tricks up his sleeves that will keep fans satisfied. All Out has seen some wonderful surprise debuts in the past. Who could forget Adam Cole and Bryan Danielson's internet-breaking double debut in 2021? More could be in store this weekend. Here are 6 surprise debuts that could realistically happen at AEW All Out. Number 6. Goldberg declares MJF is next. One of the most divisive topics in the wrestling world is whether Goldberg should or should not jump over to AEW. While fans might be split on this, it's difficult to imagine that Tony Khan would pass up on the opportunity to bring in such a big name. If a deal does manage to go through, All Out might be the perfect setting for Dawman to stake his claim over the All-Elite locker room. With MJF scheduled to compete in tag team action on the night, Goldberg could capture headlines by making a surprise debut and challenging Friedman to a match for his world championship down the line. Number 5. Mercedes Moan confronts an old rival. After her recent appearance in the crowd at All In, Mercedes Moan has more people talking about her potential move to AEW than ever before. Although she is still recovering from a serious injury, the CEO could still make an emphatic statement this Sunday at All Out. Having Moan surprise the Chicago crowd by confronting the new women's champion, Saraya, is a surefire way for Tony Khan to remain in the fans' good books while building a long-term story that can be paid off months later. 4. Is AEW ready for Mandy Rose? Mandy Rose enjoyed an incredible career resurgence in NXT before being let go under controversial circumstances. Since then, she has continued to hold on to her avid following through other means, but there is still so much she can offer in the squared circle. With the Outcasts on the brink of an implosion, Rose would be the perfect candidate to step into the group and kick out Toni Storm. This would bring a much-needed sense of intrigue to the women's division and allow Storm to take her new deranged character to the next level. Number 3. The big guy makes a massive impact. Ryback has been teasing an in-ring return for quite some time now and has even teased popping up in AEW imminently. There might be no better time to bring in a talent of his star power than at All Out. The big guy can create a memorable moment with virtually anyone on the roster, but a betting man might want to put their money on Ryback confronting Jon Moxley after his match with Orange Cassidy. Should the Sensei of Death Jitsu come out victorious, a ready-made feud opposite a fellow WWE alum could be the catalyst that keeps the world talking about the International Championship for months to come. Number 2. A young prospect steals the show. Over the past few weeks, Mariah May's stock in the wrestling world has grown tremendously. However, those in the know can attest to her in-ring skills and excellent character work being evident for quite some time now. With both AEW and WWE reportedly interested in picking up the 25-year-old sensation, Tony Khan may have to act quickly if he wants to beat his competitors to the punch. Announcing her signing at All Out this weekend would not only give May a massive platform for her first appearance in a major promotion, but also go a long way in stamping the Jacksonville-based promotion as the place to be. Number 1. Edge shocks the world. Edge's time in WWE has seemingly come to an end, and fans cannot help but speculate what could be next for the rated R superstar. Although his current deal reportedly only comes to an end at the end of September, talks of Edge joining AEW have been doing the rounds. While the chances of him showing up at All Out might be slim, if there is a way to make this happen, then Tony Khan had better capitalize on it. While the booming guitar riff of Metalingus would be enough to send the Chicago crowd into a frenzy, AEW can take things one step further by having Edge save Darby Allin from a beatdown at the hand of Luchasaurus and the WWE Hall of Famer's longtime friend Christian Cage. This can eventually lead up to a singles match between the former tag team partners, giving Adam Copeland the main stage send-off his illustrious career deserves. 4 mistakes AEW made with Jade Cargill that WWE must avoid. Earlier today it was announced by ESPN that former All Elite Wrestling star Jade Cargill has been signed by WWE. After her contract with AEW expired earlier this month, many expected her to make the switch to World Wrestling Entertainment. During her time in AEW, Cargill was presented as a powerhouse athlete, facing off against both male and female stars. She also made history as she held the TBS Championship for an astonishing 508 days, a record that will take some time to be broken. Despite the many accolades she picked up working for Tony Khan, it was always felt that there was something missing with her character. Therefore, we are going to take a look at 4 mistakes that AEW made with her that WWE can't afford to replicate. Number 4. A match with the biggest star in the women's division. Given her main event look and incredible skills in the ring, it seemed that Jade Cargill would be destined for the top of the women's division at some point during her time at AEW. To solidify her position as the number 1 female star, she would have to defeat the face of the promotion's women's division, Britt Baker. Speaking to the New York Post when it looked like the 2 stars were going to face off, Baker had some confrontational words for the former AEW star. Despite many fans wanting to see the 2 women throw down, a match between them never materialized. Therefore, now that she is in WWE, Jade Cargill should immediately go after their biggest female star, Charlotte Flair. Number 3. WWE should let her go out on her own. During a lot of her time in AEW, Cargill was managed by her on-screen lawyer, Mark Sterling, who acted as a mouthpiece for her. Whilst he cut a good promo, he occasionally and inadvertently stole the spotlight from her, which should never be the aim of a pro wrestling manager. Now, on her own in WWE, fans will hope to see her work solely as a single star and not needing a mouthpiece to get her points across. Number 2. Never let her go for the biggest prize in AEW. Although Cargill did hold the TBS Championship for a long time, she never once got to go after the AEW Women's World title. Last year, a fan asked her on social media why she has yet to challenge or not been given a shot at the gold, with Cargill giving a very mature response. Despite Cargill not seeming to be too angry about not getting a world title opportunity in AEW, fans will certainly hope this will not be the case in WWE, as both the WWE Women's Championship and the Women's World Championship would look great around her waist. Number 1. Main event absences. Despite the odd main event appearances here and there for her in AEW, a major criticism of her time in the company was that she was not presented as the main attraction she truly is. One person who is very excited about Cargill moving to WWE is Booker T, who recently spoke on his Hall of Fame podcast about the many heights she can reach in the company. Now in World Wrestling Entertainment, fans will hope that Triple H and the rest of the creative team will do what they have done for so many female stars in recent years and put Jade in the main event of many big shows.